on the move from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Running inside, it's Hill. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Here's a hit. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore.
Six on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6.
Number 97, set to kick it over.
He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the ground game. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick release by the QB. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Alabama pushing the tempo. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. You're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defense. offensive coordinator's list, making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Russell. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. There's a crease. Past the 10.
My goodness.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when you see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
This drive will open from the 15. Out of the chute, quick toss to the left. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moore. Pressure coming. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Moore will throw.
Oh my goodness.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Defensive press coverage. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. Here's Moore to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Moving out to the right. Beautifully thrown.
Ain't no way.
Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him throw a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Throwing Moore. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I really don't understand the play call. Calling it like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd and long.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there.
First and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Hill. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll call a timeout. Play clock running short. It was down to 5 before the stoppage. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense set for a first down play. To the wideout. Got his man downfield.
Really nice timing, and that's a very accurate throw by the quarterback. It was not a big window. He's throwing the in-breaking route. It's coming from his left, and he's got to fit that football into a really tight space where his guy can make the catch. Very confident throw that time by the QB.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moore to the air. Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw again.
I'm freaking lurking him, bro.
He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. First and 10.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays thrown.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Seems it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? Snags it and there's running room. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. The give on the inside. There's some room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davison. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. Get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Scott. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Maybe some room here. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Keelan Russell. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damn time. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Running inside. It's Hill. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Holden finds his man on the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. So now it's 2nd and long. Moore.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there and it created negative play. Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
And well, the hard part is once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first play, everybody had a route to run, but the second play, it's the scramble drill, and receivers going to break and cut and do something different. So
Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it.
What?
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown. And that's pretty much what just happened there.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the counter play. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Russell. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Why you throw a duck like that, though?
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Back to pass, it's Russell. He's got the back in the middle. At the 45 on its way. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Russell makes the grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion. Now 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, the running back has it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Keelan Russell. Got rid of it.
Oh my goodness, get out your break, bro.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Looking to throw, it's Russell. It's complete to the left. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Throwing Russell. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've got the lead here in the fourth. The Tide answers back.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him, he does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
And the extra point is good. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Here's more to throw. Moving away from pressure. Unleashes one. And he throws another interception. His third of the night. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Now Oregon will call its second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Russell from the gun on third down. He's got it. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown! An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers. Three-state state of college, Jesse Harmon here in the room. Holly Room is down on the sidelines, and we're checking with her right now.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me he understands the rivalry nature of this game, and he has asked his players to play with poise every step of the way. This crowd can get you off your pace. They can disrupt things at the line of scrimmage. And he said, guys, we have to communicate and stick together in this environment today. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Inside, it's Berry. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Trying to get it to the mark. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Finding some room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll try the counter. Oh, he's got some space.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's a great job finishing the drive. But, man, I got to go back. I love the 4th down call. Being aggressive. 1st drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone. They cap it off. They create momentum to start.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Toss sweep right. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. They give it to him again. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell hauls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Fourth down, Russell. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now here's Russell. Quarterback now breaking the field. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Off the RPO, complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And that short completion now sets up a big third down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0. This is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field. But you get the feeling a critical third down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right.
Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown time. A great catch and run for 6. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wide receiver going in motion. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And that play is a essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped with the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Marking down right there, but he's got plenty for the first down and to keep this drive moving.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Could not make his way to the corner. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Levin. Snagged out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time.
Snags it, and he's open. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Got a little grass. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Grabs it in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running the red zone. It's Hill. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Might as well give it to him again. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that think themselves that, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he tacks on the extra point. looking for block. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
LSU Tigers will take over. First and 10.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll start on the ground with Durham. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for space. It's Berry. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. They go play action with Russell. On a little time, lets it go. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay.
Might have a chance. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The big key for this defense coming into this game is could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get into the game. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Now here's Russell. Complete. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. All right, Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. From the gun, running back on the move. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the 15. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Hands it off. Here's a little room there. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Alabama! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw a reception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Number 31, set to advance on the football.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. On the ground, it's Berry. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Loss of 4.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
To the air, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Handoff, Caden Durham. Could be enough. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
25 on the play.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Unleashes one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. Give him 6. Touchdown LSU. The Tigers are back on top.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
1st and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. you've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. On the ground with the counter. Maybe a crease. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
I think the biggest thing you're probably disappointed in on offense is your lack of success running the football. And they've tried to give this guy the ball a few times in this game. Here we are in the fourth quarter. Still not a lot to show for it. Game really close in this juncture. And just wonder how many more times are they going to give him a try handing the ball off.
We knew this crowd would make its presence felt, and they are doing so in a big spot. Russell rushes on him, and they got him.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He didn't get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and now they've got a chance to pull off the game.
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back. They're trailing by a little bit now. Let's go make this thing even more special.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. Not able to hook up the air. Incomplete.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Deep into the 4th quarter of this game, down by 6. They'll have to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires toward the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down. It looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. A designed run for the quarterback. There's a crease. He's got the 1st down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
I'd say, well, the defense is really contained.
at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Iowa State offense will take over. First and 10.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Sayed. Escapes the pressure going right. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Scooped it. Scored it.
And the first grade again.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Iowa State offense will take over. First and 10.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that's not the intent you want to start.
We saved him,
First
boy.
pass of the game, interception, man. This is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Steps away to find some room. Right on the money. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed, then hurt you throwing the football.
Makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. It's a much-needed line for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Austin Mack. Here comes the heat. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get them around.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He might want another play. Russell will throw for it on 4th. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I think the quarterback at this point just needs to settle down. We saw the interception earlier in the game, and all of a sudden on that throw, just really bad fundamentals. The quarterback just needs to settle himself, get himself into a rhythm, trust his fundamentals, because that's going to help his accuracy.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Finds a man on the left. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Saying, trying to be heard about the noise. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catches there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. A run for the quarterback. Got enough for the first. He's running free down the middle. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. To the touchdown.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter, takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Throwing, say it. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Final play of the quarter coming. To the air, it's Sayed. Finds the tight end. Makes the grab in their space. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. Here's Sayin to throw.
Oh, pick that.
He took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just keep slinging it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Sayin back to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Sayin to throw for it on fourth. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense.
A neutral site matchup here today with fans from both sides filling the stadium. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide against the Oregon Ducks. EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt here in the booth, and joined on the field by Holly Rowe. Hello, Holly.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, coach is using a great motivational tactic in the locker room with his team. He told me this is the best game outside of the playoffs in this postseason, and challenging our guys to put on a show for our fans sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with the terrific top 25 matchup. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. The Ducks will kick this deep to start us off.
Set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rodgers. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team.
And the Alabama offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss on the play.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we knew this was going to be a key for this defense. They had to impact the quarterback, make him feel you in that pass rush, and they're able to get to him and hit him as he throws. That play right there, that'll pay dividends the rest of the game.
Grab down the middle. It's Edwards. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
They better find a way to pressure this quarterback because he's just sitting back there with nobody in his face. If he's got time, he's going to rip them apart. And he does here on 3rd down. They're able to move the chains. This is a nice job, yes, but the defense has got to change something up front. Now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out.
It's caught. He's breaking free. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. So they get a big gain by feeding this speedy wide receiver drill. They told us they were going to do this. It makes sense. Get him the ball wherever you can.
Well, I really love that they're doing it with the RPO because that puts the defense in conflict, and then you can utilize that speed, and he's got more space to operate. The only thing the quarterback's got to make sure of, Chris, is delivering an accurate throw because, remember, timing plus ball placement, that equals yards after the catch.
To throw, it's Russell. Looks left and finds his target there. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Big completion like that early in the game is huge for the quarterback's confidence. Now you feel like you can do that over and over and over again. This play caller needs to start putting the ball in his hands now. You build the momentum through a completion like that.
Sees an opening. Will not be brought down. He made the stop at the 26, but it's a 1st down. This offense in good scoring position now.
What an advantage for this offense that they have players that they can dump the ball off to on short completions, and then they can take it yards after the catch and create explosive plays. And here, again, it's about timing, getting the ball out quickly, and then the playmaking ability of these players on the outside.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. He stopped right at the line. That's sure tackling.
Well, this defense told us they were going to be ready for these completions at or near the line of scrimmage, and that was going to be a big part of their plan, and you can see that paying off here. Good pursuit, good job tackling in space, and that's a completion for no gain.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, in our meetings, this defense told us they're going to be ready for these plays. They understand the looks and the motion, and they know that this offense loves to use these, in particular early in a game. And here they are trying to go to that well, and sure enough, defense is ready for it.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, what a grab! He'll be ruled down, but has enough for a first down with plenty to spare. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. First and goal, handoff. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You can't start any better than that as an offense. You get that ball, and you go right down the field for a score. You know, a lot of times these offensive coordinators create scripts, the first 10 or 15 plays. They map them out during the week. Well, this one was mapped out perfectly.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to put it away. Turner choosing to field this one. They stop at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Looking downfield. It's Moore. He's hit as he throws it. Tried to loft it in there, but it's incomplete.
Just not quite on the same page. There are some days you get to the park and it's just not working, and this is just an incompletion that I can't explain.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Here's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Moves out of the pocket. He lets it rip. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Quarterbacks out there, when you're throwing the football down the field, you cannot let your eyes track the ball. You've got to keep your eyes on the target. Like shooting a three-pointer, you keep your eyes on the rim. If you keep your eyes on the target, that ball is going to fall perfectly into place. A lot of times when your eyes go up, you tend to overthrow it like we see here.
On third down, he drops to throw. Pump over the middle. It's Stewart. Open field ahead. Right spin over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Ducks. An explosive play all the way to the end zone.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Lining up to try the extra point. And there's the point after. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. He stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter.
Like, what is that?
We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. It's a shotgun run call. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Chris, I like this play right here because after a 2nd and 10, what you want is just a manageable third down. I've always thought, like, hey, get half of this back, create a third down that's more manageable for the play caller and for the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done here.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. To throw, it's Russell. He escapes the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Good read. I know this is frustrating for a defense because if they do everything right in the secondary, there's nowhere to throw the football. It's third down. You feel like you're going to get off the field, and yet the quarterback makes the offense right with his legs. He's able to scramble, hit the first, and then he slides down here and saves himself a hit in the first down.
Four-yard gain makes it second down and 6 now. Looking for a receiver. Edwards. He shows off the juking ability. Not much room to run. It's a short game.
This was one of the things that was really concerning to this defensive staff is that he is so good after the catch and hard to bring down. And you can see right here, he's able to secure the ball and then get some yards after the catch, breaking tackles in the process. Well, Chris, if you want to win in the playoffs, you've got to be a good third down team. And here early in this game, they're able to get into third and short and convert and move the chains. This is something to watch the rest of the game. Can they have first and second down success and put them in position for an easy conversion?
He goes out of bounds, but he's inside the 25.
You've got more verticals with man coverage. You got to pick your best matchup. He finds his best wide receiver, and now it's just a one-on-one. That's a great catch down the field, great ball placement. Even better, though, it is a massive completion for this offense. Chris, somebody needs to tell this quarterback that there is a P in the RPO. That's clearly a pass read. He gives it to the back, and they're all over it. The defense was swarming in the backfield for a loss.
Second down play coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's got space. Touchdown. This offense really working. That's a great drive. Perfect call and execution to take the lead before halftime. Important because the other side gets the football, Joel, to begin the third quarter.
I don't think you can overstate the importance of a drive like that and a score like that. All these coaches talk about the middle section of the game, winning right before halftime and then right out of halftime. And right here, taking the lead, knowing that you've got to kick it off to start the third quarter, that is a massive moment. Now you can go in, make some adjustments, and really come out with a great defensive game plan for the early third quarter drive.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the kickoff will be returned. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Looking downfield. It's Moore. On the move now. They'll try a pass here. Sideline catch made, but they stop him for no gain. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. They're going to run it here. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackle at the 26.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable third down situation. The entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
Can he make it to the marker? Now he's breaking free. Tackle made at the 37. It's a solid gain. They run the 6, but over the line here on first down now.
That's a great run and a big pickup in the RPO, the run-pass option. This defense is going to have to shift their focus. They're clearly too concerned with the passing game. You've got to stop the run first if you're going to have a chance in this game. Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
Second and 10 following the incompletion from the 37. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
This is one of the advantages of playing zone defense is that the eyes of the defender are all over the quarterback. So even though it looks like a completion, he's able to break on the football, create contact to knock it loose.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Here comes the rush. Oh, and another incompletion.
When we talked with the coaches, they said this was their concern. Their offensive line trying to hold up against this.
Wait, check this out, Joel. The offense is going to go for it here on fourth down. Trying for a fourth down completion. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's incomplete on fourth down. The offense will now take over in plus territory. The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out. The offense is set up with excellent field position. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They'll stop him behind the line for for a loss of 1.
Boy, really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the backfield.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking to scramble. And he slings it deep back to the left side. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Dropping back. It's Russell. He fires this throw and is intercepted.
Bro, what?
And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Oregon. The big man goes all the way to the end zone with a pick 6. Get some oxygen.
Chris, we got the big man touchdown alert. Look at this guy. He's able to get his hands on the football and all the way back to the end zone for 6. And this is when you see the real party. Look at his teammates and how excited they are. You get a big man in the end zone, it's going to be a party.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? 1st down, looking to throw the ball. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Wide open downfield. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. To dart to the left side. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
It really comes down to rhythm, Chris, and right now it just doesn't feel like the quarterback is in rhythm. Listen, it's there. They can complete this ball, but again, just not on the same page.
Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, look, he's trucking it deep again. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25.
Bro, he was open. Wouldn't let me throw it.
Alabama will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. And watch, hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
This linebacker's ability to diagnose allows him to play behind the line of scrimmage. A great tackle for loss there, and this defense is humming.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Look out, he's in the clear. Oh, he's bringing it back. Returns it all the way for a touchdown. Touchdown.
Thank you.
An outstanding job defensively, reading that pass, stepping in front for the interception, but then immediately turning it into offense on the other side. Look at these guys getting blocks, finding the open lane, and taking it back for 6.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Returner looking to make a play here. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start.
No way. No way, bro.